Venture capitalist and tech investor Peter Thiel making quite a stir at the Republican National Convention. I'm joined now by Greg Ferenstein, author of The Age of Optimists. Greg, nice to see you.
Hey, world.
So in your mind, what was the significance of that speech for Peter Thiel and for the GOP?
I don't think any reasonable person understands what Peter Thiel is doing. I think it is extraordinarily significant for the GOP for Peter Thiel to speak because he is really the only person from a very respected part of the country, Silicon Valley, that will support Trump. I think he could have gotten on stage, read a nursery rhyme, and they would have gotten everything they needed.
Why are there still so few supporters of Trump in Silicon Valley, in your view?
Well, so there's two reasons. One is Silicon Valley is overwhelmingly Democratic. They're not libertarian. They're actually a new type of Democrat, which is both pro-capitalism and pro-government. They see the government's role is to be an investor in citizens, to help them be more entrepreneurial and educated and voluntaristic. Trump in particular is the opposite of everything Silicon Valley believes, because one, Silicon Valley is incredibly optimistic, where Trump leads on fear. And the other is Silicon Valley is very data-driven. They like policy and details. And Trump is a brazen nationalist, or a brazen populist who doesn't think he needs to give policy details on anything.
What did you make of Thiel's comments when he was saying that we should be investing in, space travel and kind of push the economy in a more innovative direction? Is that going to resonate beyond last night?
I don't think Peter Thiel's speech is going to convince anyone in Silicon Valley to vote for Trump. I think Thiel's speech gives Trump a lot of cover because traditionally, not a lot of serious thinkers, well-educated people, anyone in the technocracy has taken them seriously. Thiel is a very widely regarded thinker in Silicon Valley. He's a successful investor. And so it kind of pierces the veil that maybe some very successful, innovative, data-driven people will take Trump seriously.
But they're not taking him seriously in terms of donating to the campaign. If you look at money, there really is none coming from Silicon Valley.
Oh, no, I think they've donated $2,500 last I checked from OpenSecrets.com. Again, Silicon Valley is overwhelmingly anti-Trump, and Peter Thiel is the exception to the rule, both on support for Trump and the ideas of what Silicon Valley generally believes.
So what was in this for Peter Thiel? Why did he not only speak, but also talk about being gay?
I can only conjecture about why he did it. I have talked to many people, a lot of journalists who have deep contacts to Thiel, and the other political establishment in Silicon Valley have also done their fair share of investigating, and no one has come up with a good answer. I've heard conjectures about that he may get a plum spot in the Trump administration. I've heard conjecture that maybe it's just a ruse, and he just wants to get inside an evil organization should it attain power. I've heard that he really cares about war and thinks Clinton will be kind of an interventionist. There are many competing theories, and because Thiel was bizarrely devoid of details in his extraordinarily short speech, we don't know.
But it does make it interesting, doesn't it?
Oh, it makes it fascinating. And, it's good for the press. But it is, I've been covering tech politics for a couple of years now, and it's maybe the most inexplicable thing I've seen.
Well, thanks for trying to explain it. Greg Ferenstein, great chatting with you. Thanks so much.
Bye.
See ya. I'm Rhonda Schaffler for The Street.